2, 1.
Centuries ago, the land of Danae was settled by the gods, who made a homeland for the elves. Over the years, elves fought against waves of invasions from humans, dwarves, gnomes, and more. To prevent further incursion, a group came together to create a ritual that would separate Danae into its own demi-plane. While this was successful, it created loci of planar instability, where the denizens of other planes broke through. In a land on the verge of war with constant planar invasion, your adventure begins. This is Fadehome. Hello, I'm Olivia, she, they pronouns, and I will be playing the Dungeon Master. So let's get to know our cast, starting with Bobby.
Hi, I'm Bobby, and I will be playing Swish Mythweaver, an Air Genasi Tempest Cleric of Lear, the god of water, navigation, and storms. I'm a free spirit with an adventurous soul. My history of less than legal activities, rocky relationship with my temple, has shown me some hard truths of the world, and I intend to use this experience to guide and protect my younger sister on her incipient adventure as we seek answers to questions of lost ancestry.
All right, and with that, let's hear from Faye.
Oh, hey
as I
there, hi
ramble
there.
with this cat.
Oh, kitty. Give him no butt pat. Smack that booty.
I am.
Hey there, everybody. I'm the problem here. I use the she/her pronouns. I'm Faye. I'll be playing also another problem, Sela Mythweaver, who taught our resident monk how to dodge.
Yeah,
TFS
that's how
style. Well, Sirla is a Star Genasi Runechild sorcerer with a bit of bardic flair thrown into the mix, with a family history that stretches back all the way to the times of divinity when the gods first left this world. I've lived a pretty sheltered life up until now. It's my first time away from home, my first time wearing pants, which is amazing, at least for a long-term scenario. My older sibling, Swish, found a... well, if you can't tell, it's a family resemblance. Found a story about the first Mythweaver that contradicts one of the stories that I knew about them that's been told my entire life. And now I'm out here trying to see where the truth lies and seeing all the beauty of the world for the first time. Speaking of beauty.
All right. Briar. Why don't we have you go?
I am Briar. I use they, them pronouns, and I am playing Alder, a fearful Horizon Walker Ranger. And I'm not shaken by much. I'm married to my job, which is the balance between between the planes, and we're seeing where it goes.
All right. And then we have Thomas.
Yes. Hi there, gentle folks. I'm Thomas, he, they pronouns, and I'll be embodying Fiddick Astrophen, a fawn, Way of Mercy monk. Many things have been... yes, thank you for the help with the air quotes. As has been revealed earlier, I fled my past in the Feywild and found a peaceful life away from the wars and horrors of the Court of Winter, and then I went back, like an idiot. Deep in the northern woods of Danaea, I found a family, built a home, raised a daughter, and when my blossoming family's past finally caught up with us, made a pact with what I thought was a spirit of death, 100 soul in exchange for the life of my daughter. I was changed and imbued with the power to do so, and now my life is on the road, hunting monsters, helping my new friends, and offering up souls to pay the debt to Fiacra, goddess of death. Through it all, I try to keep smiling and hope that the life I lost can be rebuilt, despite how unlikely it all seems.
All right. So with that, the party has just had been sent to deal with 3 members of the Wild Hunt. They banished the Banshee Deirdre. They put the Shadarkai Kiva to rest. And lastly, they have now imprisoned the wizard Finton McFergal in a magical pair of manacles. The next step is to return to Danae in the next few days before the portal they came through closes. It was a interesting fight where Cirla got knocked down, but you have a wizard who is brooding and chained.
Right.
That's a sick ass metal band name. Brooding and
Chained. Yep.
I didn't mean to cut you off there, Fiddick.
Yes. All right. So he is completely bound, and he has the manacles. The manacles are working, or at least we think
cannot
so.
cast spells. Yep, and I mean, locks can be picked. So you might want to avoid giving him some lock picks, but
Try.
he's they are bound, locked, frozen in place.
Is everybody okay?
I'll survive.
Yeah.
Are you? Don't ever scare me like that again.
I'm sorry.
Who's the most injured?
Actively bleeding at like 7 health. I think we're all there.
Yeah.
At 7 health, you are not the most injured.
Yep.
Right. Well, I think that the quicker we can get out of here, the better. We don't know what other traps or creatures this fellow may have had anywhere else here, and I don't think we can trust his answers, whatever he says. So,
I completely agree.
quicker we get out of here, perhaps rest for the night, and then find the portal back, the better.
Well, someone take his foci and spellbook then.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start and help like remove everything that I think is paraphernalia for arcane casting. So
Sure.
whatever book, whatever trinkets you may have, whether it's a focus or not, I don't know. So I put it far away from him.
All right. So, yes, you take away all of Finton's accoutrements, which include a few vials of blood.
Makes sense.
And he also there was something else he had.
Well, he probably has a spell book somewhere.
He does have
If
a
not
spell
on
book.
him.
He has a locket, which and his like you can let me see if it's he has like kind of a fox fur like shrug kind of thing.
You mean like a shawl?
Shawl.
Yeah.
No, not a shrug. Neck thing.
Yeah.
And he has a spellbook, locket, and a wand.
All right. Well, I take it all away from him and like put them on a nearby table, for example, for the rest of the team to observe if they think it's important. Now, should we also gag him or blindfold him, or what do you think? I haven't dealt with wizards before, so
Honestly,
I would
neither
definitely agree with gagging him.
right.
Gagging stops the purple if something goes wrong with the manacles.
I personally would like to gag him permanently, but someone mentioned that you were reluctant to kill him.
It's not that we are reluctant. I think this person has done many crimes that would deserve that, probably. But also, we're not the final authority here, and we're doing job for. I always mess up this part. It's the Rangers.
Well, you're
Heartstring
doing
contract.
Treehouse
it
Club.
for Valiant,
Yes,
Valiant.
exactly.
who you met at the Heartstring Conclave. It's kind of associated with them, kind of not.
Right. And they are the one who said that we should, if at all possible, not kill him. Apparently, he's more valuable to certain people alive than dead.
Okay, well,
Out of character, do you say Valent's name or?
I don't
Just
see why I would quiet that name. I don't feel any reason why I shouldn't say it, so I'll say it. Yeah.
Okay. And at Valent's name, like, Otter's eyes are gonna kind of widen a little bit and just like, oh.
Yeah. So we're going to make sure that he reaches the portal alive, and hopefully we can get these 3 commissions done and over with.
Yeah.
Quicker we're out of here, the better. So let's start to get down if we can.
and before we head down, you said that you put the items on the table, right?
Yeah.
The locket, the wand, and the spell book. Sheila will put into her pack. And this library is pretty fucking destroyed, right?
Yep.
Well, at least part of it. The northern part of it
Yeah.
should be pretty in rough shape, but
Yep.
there's some of it that should be mostly untouched.
Fenton does seem dismayed to see that.
I will look at Fenton
Probably for the best.
and ask him, look, we're about to leave this place, and you more than likely will never be back here. If there's anything of value that you think that we should bring, now's your time to speak up.
Do you ungag him?
Well, that wasn't very fruitful. Anyway, no way to fix that. Of course I ungag him.
So you'll say, well, how about this? I've got a nice bottle of wine here that could really help me get through the ordeal of being... Okay, never mind then. Guess you won't know how to get to my attic.
Is the bottle of wine in the room?
Is the wine in the room with us?
You do not see the wine in the room with you.
Is it an actual bottle of wine or is it blood?
Yeah. Because I feel like Calder would...
Yeah, it better be white
probably
wine, buddy, because we're not... we're not trucking with fucking red liquid with you. Also, how can you have an attic when we saw that your ceiling at the very top floor was actually a glass dome? Okay, but structurally explain that.
Probably the astrolabe,
Structurally,
right?
I'm a wizard.
Okay.
It's probably the astrolabe, right?
Oh,
It's
winner,
probably
winner.
what now?
Remember
the
the
astrolabe.
glass that you smashed up there?
Yeah,
You saw an eye in it?
yeah. It.
How do you think
Uh-huh.
that he knew when to appear?
Well, because he's just invisible.
If he was invisible, I would have seen it.
Oh, you see invisible
Oh.
things?
Detect magic can see auras of.
Oh.
If someone's invisible, they give off magic still. So I would have seen
Huh.
a figure.
That really makes that second level spell way worse than.
I think that's how it works. You know, that's what Cyrilla thinks how it works.
Well, I mean, yeah. All right.
I've seen them, but it's probably the astrolabe and maybe some sort of puzzle to get into there. And there's probably other compartments that use for security to keep intruders out if they guess wrong on some sort of sequence. Maybe I don't know.
Well, should I go smash the rest of it, or should we like try to figure it out?
I mean, whatever we leave unsmashed, I figure will be smashed by the denizens of this plane not too long after it's going to be abandoned. So, honestly, it's Finton's choice, actually. He could have these objects with us, and if he manages to find a way to free himself, then he could have easy access to them. Or he leaves them here, and they are more than likely to be spread around the Feywild, never to be found again. So, just a gamble. But he doesn't
say
seem
anything.
inclined. He doesn't seem inclined to make it, so... Well,
Let's just gag him and get out of here.
yes.
Agreed.
Sorry, friend. And I put back the gag. And is he walking, or do we have to carry him? Is he being a 3-year-old child doing a tantrum?
Yep.
He's not going to like how I carry him, because I have hog-tied, hogs before, and I'm more than willing to tie him up this way.
He's not a
Otter
fan.
Can Otter try to push him down the stairs to get him moving?
Sure.
How
Uh,
tall is Alder?
They're like barely 5 foot, maybe a little under.
That
So
is
you pushing
tiny for a furbolg.
Yeah, it's a rare blood disorder. That's why they were captured by the
Okay. Gotcha.
before or after the hog tying?
As soon as the wizard decides to sit down or whatever he's doing in order to not move, Alder's just gonna be like, okay, just shove.
Roll athletics. I'm just gonna have a set DC.
That's a 5.
Okay. And with that, he'll kind of look at you and say, "Easy there, short stuff." Well, actually, no, he
gagged,
can't
isn't he?
speak. He's gagged. So never mind. He won't say that. So he'll be like, he just kind of gives you the look of like, really.
The worst part about PC being gagged is that the DM can't give us shit.
I know.
Let's always gag all DM mouthpieces. All right, so I think that when I see he doesn't move even when being shoved, that's when I make him put him face to the ground, tie him. Like
Do you shout
legs
stop
and
resisting
arms.
the entire time?
Taser, taser, taser.
I am not a cop.
Are you
This
sure
is
about
a
that?
lawful citizen's arrest. So
Okay, Karen.
well, I mean, he can leave whenever he wants. Anyway, I take him fully roped up and down the stairs, walking carefully, making sure that, like, I'm not being cruel with it. I don't smack him around every corner. Like, I make sure that he's not hurt. Unless he's also being difficult and wriggly.
Belligerent.
Yes. If he
All right.
resists arrests, I'm gonna call for backup.
Are we the bad guys?
So,
Only when
Not
the
yet.
acorn falls.
from where you are, you know you're about a half day's journey from the portal in the frozen lake. It might take some doing to find that portal. So if you got to that portal, you would be pretty tired by the time you got there. So do you want to press on now, or are we resting? What are we doing?
Like to rest. Everyone's
I'd
pretty
like to rest as well.
messed up, and
We had a camp not too far away, right?
Well, we uncamped. I mean, we didn't leave our tents.
Well,
and-
yeah, but I mean, like, or like a campsite. Sorry.
It was
Yeah.
in the Baneful Moors.
Yeah.
Hmm.
why don't we just go a mile out from this place and then settle down?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Get our feet back under us.
Yeah.
Could definitely use that.
I do have a question.
Yes.
This is out of character, I'm sorry. My due to character sheet shenanigans and not knowing how to build it because of the 24 stuff messing it up, what does the giant on that one wall say?
What?
Remember when I had to fix my character sheet several
Oh,
times?
right.
Yes.
So as you walk down, you kind of the runes that everybody was talking about, that are in Giant. I'm going to message you.
Okay.
Boo. Say it out
This
loud.
DM messaging break is brought to you by Hooters. They're going bankrupt now. Unless... Come on.
Unless they're replaced by the ample jugs.
I was going to say Femboy Hooters, but that works too.
Nah,
Alder
Twin Peaks was
It's
always
just-
better.
Alder's just gonna turn to the wizard and be like, "Why would you have love giant on your wall?
I
Literally torture people."
I didn't hear any of that because your audio cut out.
same. I wish
I
I heard that.
I heard it.
Oh,
They just
okay. I
repeated it
didn't.
again. For
Wait, can you hear me now?
You were,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, just repeat it.
Yeah.
Alder's just gonna look at the wizard and be like, "Why do you have live, laugh, love on your wall in Giant if you literally experiment on people?"
Ungag the piggy.
It's a historical artifact.
I gag him. He doesn't need to say more than that.
Yeah, hysterically stupid. And they're just gonna keep walking.
Tabaxi sniffing some booty hole.
Yep, actually was.
I saw. All right.
Right.
Well, we'll get the fuck out of here.
Now,
Okay.
do we think that we can reach the portal in a day?
It's a half day's journey.
Or, well, yeah, half day.
I will like.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can press on, but if you stop to rest and then press on, by the time you get there, you will be risking exhaustion.
I understand. Would a short rest mitigate this in any way, or are we talking long rest only?
That's just gonna short rest is gonna slow you down.
So it's not going to help. Okay, got it.
No.
Again, it's really because I don't know how long this portal is supposed to stay open. But at this point, we've taken several rests. Might as well not risk being attacked and lose
Fiddick.
the wizard.
Fiddick, I love you. My armor is in shambles. I can
That's
barely
true.
breathe. I have blood running down my face. Sirla nearly died.
Yeah, I remember.
You still have
Sorry.
ice shards sticking out of your leg.
Sorry.
I am.
I don't think we're in any shape.
into bloodied. It's been my natural condition for so much of this campaign that I kind of got used to it.
I'll unpack that later.
Yes. Okay. No, I get it. Let's camp and tend to our wounds. Make sure that the wizard passes the night. It is going to require a lot of time because we need someone keeping guard for anything that could attack us, and also someone. So I believe that it would be good to perhaps use one of the wizard's side constructions to rest in. I mean, we've already cleared it, and it might be more comfortable than outside in the cold. Also more defensible, so easier to...
Do you think we could just activate the teleportation circle?
Was it a teleportation circle?
That's what you said it was. I thought it was just a fancy carpet. You said that, yeah. We were all staring at it, trying to figure out what it was, and you said, "Why are you staring at the teleportation circle?" So,
oh yes, that's right.
Do you
it's
know
because
how to...
I rolled a nat 20 on Arcana check, despite not knowing anything about Arcana. But I
do you know how to activate that? Maybe.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, since I know everything about teleportation circles, typically it requires the specific rune that it's attuned to actually teleport you somewhere. You wouldn't want to activate it or step on it without the proper rune. Otherwise, it might shunt you off anywhere or just not work or maybe break it.
It just so happens that Sirla and I are great at runes.
Oh, well, I mean, you'd still need... the specific rune that it's tuned to, because every spot in the world has a unique rune, like a QR code.
What's that?
I don't know. As I said, I have a +0 in Arcana, but
so
I feel like messing with a teleportation circle is more trouble than it's worth.
I can sense portals.
Oh. Open portals or potential portals?
If they're within a 1 mile radius about.
Right, so
amazingly useful. Do you sense one now?
I use my thingy.
You do not sense a portal within a mile.
Not with a mile, no.
So then why don't we go into the unicorn shed and post up there then?
Maybe we could find some unicorn here.
That'd be nice.
All right, so you go and carry a hog-tied Finton down to the unicorn shed, which is, bare minimum of protected from the elements, like enough that a unicorn survived. So probably enough that you will survive.
I mean, we're also setting up tents. We might just not put a fire in there as well, so that we don't choke. Although I don't need to breathe, but apparently those other lesser life forms need to, so it's fine.
Okay. So you guys can get that all set up. Who's gonna do first watch?
I'm gonna take first watch. No, get your goddamn hand down. Every time you've taken first watch, it's been a disaster.
First of all, that was
partially
once.
because you can.
Yes. So that was.
I could also
literally
hold my
every
breath
time.
indefinitely.
Oh, great.
As
We
can Sela, actually.
Wow, we should
That's right.
absolutely have gas tactics. We should commit war crimes, guys. Like way more war crimes.
We just need an artificer to create like gas grenades and stock up on those.
There's so many spells that are gas based. Just saying.
A lot of
Wink,
things
wink.
can still enter your body through the nasal membrane.
Sigh. All right.
If you wanted
great
to
moment.
craft a gas-based attack that you would be immune to, there will be opportunities for downtime, and then Alder can just be 600 feet away with a bow.
Right. But all that is for the future, and I'm taking first watch. You can take any other watches, Cirlo.
Oh, okay. I'll take last watch then, I guess.
That's fine.
I'll take mid watch.
And we'll also need to keep an eye on the wizard as well. Now, no disrespect intended, Alder, but since we've just met you in this Tower of Wizard, I think you should rest, first of all. And once we've established perhaps a more trusting rapport, then perhaps we'll be able to give you a bit more responsibility, like watches, right?
I trust them.
Of course you do.
I appreciate that.
I'll set up
it's
the
settled then.
camp.
Okay.
I'll watch the wizard while you set up the camp.
Thank you. And also, I can't fail at these, but with the absolute shittiest amount of tools and ingredients, I still managed to make a 3 Michelin star 17 course meal with a 25 cook's utensil, which I give enough to Finton?
Finton, yes.
Finton, okay, got it. For him to be like, I don't want him to suffer, but he's not going to be full either. Like, yeah.
Fiddick, this pizza is incredible.
Yeah, thank you. I only had like 1 dead fish and a half-eaten apple. I don't know how I managed it, but yeah.
It's Andraste style.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Andraste is now New York. You're welcome. Hey, you're making pizza here.
I'm walking here.
Maybe on the way down, you saw next to the unicorn shed a cellar with provisions that
I would appreciate. Yeah.
Restock.
Yeah. It was still slim pickings, but it's some stuff.
Amazing.
Thank you, Fiddick.
My pleasure. I mean, it's very nice to have something warm to eat after so long in the winter court. So, eat up, make sure you rest well, and I'll be staying up as long as I can. Waking up Swish for a second watch.
I think Steel falls asleep while eating.
Face
Aw.
in their pizza.
So you can break this. You can break this into 3 different 3-hour watches, and get the rest you need. The wizard tries to stay awake as long as he can, but just kind of staring at you, Fiddick. But he's also taken a beating and is not used to getting beat up every day. He experiments with blood, but generally other people's blood. He's not so used to seeing his own outside of his body. Well, he probably experiments with his own blood, but you know what I mean.
That would be so.
And he eventually passes out.
Wonderful. I'm still not going to trust that he's fully passed out. Also, considering that he's an elf and cannot pass out, like physically.
He trances.
Yeah. So basically, he keeps looking at me very intensely for 4 hours, and I don't know if he's asleep or trancing or just trying to intimidate me. But he hasn't blinked in 3 hours.
But you want to roll perception for
Absolutely.
anything else?
I mean, I would love to roll perception for everything you have hidden in there, if you will let me. But unfortunately, I think that keeping an eye out for distractions and the wizard and my friends to just make sure that they're like, sleeping soundly and they're not in any kind of distress is taking all of my spoons. So,
Okay.
17 for my watch.
All right. You don't really, you're not able to keep a watch, but you're kind of keeping an ear open for anything in the surroundings, and you don't hear anything out of the ordinary. But
But
The DM can't say, "Oh no!"
he blows.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay. Yeah, you were frozen for a bit, so you just said "but" and then froze, and it was the suspense was killing me.
Oh, okay. But you do notice it's kind of interesting. The moon. This, unlike other areas in the Winter Court, there is a moon. And it's not like a full cycle, but the moon does visibly like wax and is quite close to full. It so it probably has a different moon cycle than you're used to.
Well,
you would guess it could reach full in like, I don't know, maybe around the time you wake up.
okay. Full moon in my little peasant superstition thing probably just means good luck, but I have heard, certain things. So in case if there is some slim pickings in that thing, I am going to hang up like just a bit of garlic like near the main entrance just in case, maybe some wolfsbane if there is any, and some holly, and that's it. And I'm gonna go to bed satisfied that I've protected everyone. of course, after
All right.
waking Swish up
Yeah.
and telling him about telling them about the moon. It's a little bit strange that we can see it here, but probably near the end of, well, I'm going to say it, near the end of your watch, should be close to full. So
Cool. Well, a full moon, when you're out sailing, generally preferred because you can see better.
I mean, same here. It's typically thought of as a good luck thing, but I still hung up, a few herbs outside, whatever I could find. Superstitions mostly, but I don't know if they have any basis in reality. Anyway,
You can never be too careful. There was a time when I thought trees couldn't talk, so.
yeah, I envy that time as well. All right, I'll go sleep before I wake your sister up.
All right.
As
Switch.
as my watch starts, I am going to don the rattling armor and attempt to like after donning it, I'm gonna attempt to cover it up as best that I can with robes and garments from my other set of armor that is now in shambles.
So
Telling myself this is just temporary until I can get better armor. Do I have what?
do you have the strength necessary to wear it?
No, so my walking speed will be reduced by 10 feet. And
Okay.
I think that's all that does.
Okay.
I could
disadvantage on stealth, even if the armor didn't give you that, but I think it does
right.
by default.
It does anyway. But yeah, I already had that from my current armor, so.
Okay.
So yeah,
yes,
I will go from 35 to 25 feet of movement.
You manage to cover the appearance of the armor, but not the sound. It's rather unsettling.
Is it like a xylophone when they walk? Like just a little bony,
more
like
a spooky wind chime.
Okay. Rattle them, boys.
Well, that's unnerving, and I will be getting rid of this armor as soon as I can.
It's cursed in all the wrong ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
And sometimes, sometimes you can hear chattering, like teeth clicking together.
Yeah, I really don't like that. I'm still going to attune to it, but I really don't like that.
Well,
what is the action to attune reluctantly?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
the silent screams of Freyr.
I'm just taking a short rest, by the way.
Can I get your perception check, Swish?
Yes.
All right. And
13.
could you also roll me a D100?
Sure. Why not?
Don't give in.
18.
Okay. As you are sitting here, your foot just starts itching. And it, especially between your toes, kind of, and if you inspect, you'll see kind of cracked, almost scaly skin.
Like my skin, or?
Yes.
Oh, got some athlete foot going on here. All right.
And you have
Um.
uncovered the minor curse associated with that armor. Intractable
Oh, no.
athlete's foot.
Oh my god.
Remove curse that motherfucker.
I mean, to be fair, we have walked in wet boots, wet medieval leather boots for so long.
Mhm.
We should all have athletes.
You should, at this point, have trench foot, but
Yeah.
which no mechanical side effect. Just know that at any given point, your toes itch.
Yeah, definitely getting rid of this armor as fast as I possibly can. Sacrifices I'd make for protection.
Mhm.
Do like me and don't sacrifice for protection and go down every fight.
Some good advice there. But
That's
yeah,
advice.
Swish, with the perception, you look up from your inspection of your feet to a curious wizard also leaning in to try and look at your foot.
Could you not? Why are you? Lean back. Go back to your trance.
He does not lean back. Continues
Lean
looking at your foot.
He's going to ask for pictures of it. That's his whole thing.
Wizard really went for free.
All right, I'm putting the boot back on.
You should be glad he's gagged right now. Might make him
Yeah.
doze.
Hmm.
Ugh. The live, laugh, love foot wizard. Jesus.
And near the last half hour of your watch, Swish, the wizard starts humming.
I'll start humming along.
Oh, and after a while, Cirla, that is what you wake up to.
We're just having a little hum along out here.
Swish.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Actually, it's good you're awake. I was about to come wake you up anyway. I was just
Chill.
teaching this one to hum some sea chanties.
Okay. Like, imagine with Genasi, Bedhead, Air Genasi specifically, it's just like built to the side, it's still wispy.
Mhm.
You guys,
You'll just hear a little chatter of bones as I walk past.
and she'll.
And I suddenly look a little bulkier than usual. Clearly having different armor on now.
She refuses to think about it right now. It's like that's the problem for later, Ciela. This is now Ciela. I am a morning person, but almost dying kind of changes that.
Yep.
So I think for like the first half hour, she's like gonna struggle to be awake, and then just kind of like get more awake and more alert of their surroundings. Thinks back to the armor. And where'd you set your armor, Swish?
Just somewhere off to the side of our tent.
I'm gonna take the piece of it that has a big ass hole in it. You're gonna sit, put it in her lap, looks up at the wizard, see if they're still there.
Where would they be?
I don't know, maybe they hobbled off somewhere. Is the wizard still there?
Yep, the wizard is still there, humming.
Okay. And she'll try and mend it with mending.
Okay. The armor, I will say that. What's the size mending has to be?
I will.
I believe
believe
it's
it's
a
1
foot
foot.
or less, but I don't actually have the
Yeah.
spell. So
No longer than 1 foot in any dimension.
All right, I will say that you managed to get back 1 point of AC with like the smaller pieces, but there's enough damage to like the back that you can't get with mending, that it would need to be taken to a smith and fixed there.
Mm-hmm. So he'll fix one of the little shoulder pieces, kind of inspect it. There's probably like a noticeable, like, change in quality of the metal where the patch was.
Mhm.
That'll work for now. And then just a gaping hole in the chest of the chest piece. Like,
It's a boob
Okay.
window.
I mean, to be fair, like there's already the no midsection for flexibility, but
'cause that's what there's no important bits there.
no, I mean it's not like a huge gap, but it's
Mhm.
enough
Yeah.
for movement. So
Enough for a blade to fit through.
that too.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why it's AC 16 and not
Hey,
17 or 18.
Aesthetic,
So,
though.
well,
Yeah.
I guess 15 now. Was 14, but
I mean, actually, you should have left it at 14 and put it on the wizard. He can't cast spells, his AC is terrible, and it takes him 10 to doff. It's better than manacles, honestly.
Okay. Well, with that thought, I'm just gonna set the armor to the side. And she's just kind of going to exist for the next 2 hours and 29 minutes of her watch. Just keeping an
Okay.
eye out and just kind of being in her own head.
Roll perception as
With my. Ooh, go ahead.
as you will hear the humming of Finton periodically.
what was that? A
What
7?
was that?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It was a 7.
With
And,
honestly, with Fenton humming, yeah, makes sense.
and with Jack of all trades too, got an extra +1 on that. So it's not a 6.
A
Thank you,
6
Bard.
would have been disastrous, but now that it's a 7, it's not your fault.
Yeah,
Whatever
as long
happens,
as
happens.
it's 7.
Yeah,
I'm actually trying this time, and there'll be no difference. In the last time.
So I'm going to put you you guys can move yourselves and let me know if there's somewhere else that you want the wizard. As that
In the
is
back.
okay.
No, the wizard is tanking.
right.
I mean, I'm guessing the more experienced members of the party would have them away from the entrance or any windows or anything like that.
I would have put my tent, if at all possible, I would have put my tent like closer to the entrance because I want to be quick to react if anything happens.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Foundry is having a little bit of a hiccup. It's taking some time to load anything.
Okay.
I'm giving it some time, but I'm lost in an ocean of gray.
Same.
Uh-oh.
I'm good.
Working for me.
Well, as you guys can click the long rest button,
Whew.
Finton's humming gets louder and louder as in the distance you start to hear howls. Well, one howl. And then there is a bang against the door, which, since I think this door was, I mean, maybe you put it back together, but as it got kicked down last session, it's definitely not going to take long for it to open, revealing a fox and several bats. But the bats don't look quite right. The fox looks too big for a fox. And this is what the bats look like.
That's not a bat. That's a man cosplaying as a bat.
That's a man bat goblin.
Yeah. A moblin. It's trying to be too many things.
Man bat big.
So, yes. It is going to be time for some initiative.
Oh boy, here we go.
Fittig just wakes up and is like, "Oh, Isla's back."
No such luck. And
you did say long rest?
Yes, long rest.
Okay.
Swish and you have not had time to put on your armor. Alder, do you wear light or medium armor?
I think it's light armor.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I have laser armor.
At least my feet aren't itchy.
No, they are.
As long
right.
as
If
you're
you're off,
attuned.
then you're still attuned.
Get Rex nerd.
Well, if taking it off didn't fix that, then I would have just left it on.
Well, you can't sleep with armor on.
Oh, really?
Well, you
Medium
can't
or
sleep with medium or heavy armor on.
Oh, okay.
Light armor gang.
Unless you have the endurance feat. Then it's different.
Yeah, I don't.
No one does.
I didn't know that was a feat, so...
Oh, Fiddick, you need to toggle your combat stance. Oh, no, there you go. And we're just looking for Alder.
No, that was Finton, not Fiddick. And we need Alder in the turn order.
Foundry is not wanting to load for me.
Yeah,
Still not?
It eventually loaded for me when I logged back in.
Okay.
But it was problematic for a time. If you want, you could try that.
I will.
Well, that's what I just tried.
Okay. Well,
I exited out.
Okay.
I'll just add Alder. Okay, well, Alder, I added you and you are going first. But I still need Fiddick in the turn order.
Oh, well, I did roll and I got a 16, as you can see.
Yes, but I need you in the turn order.
Okay, so I need to put myself in combat. So, this?
Yes.
This? Yes, okay. No longer?
Are you... So when you...
we have tech problems all over the place tonight.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Click. Then there's the shield with swords. Oh,
Yep.
Foundry. Yeah, I
Well,
can't add you either. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Okay,
There you
it's
go.
just because their icons are a little strange. When they're surrounded by color, it means that it's not on, and when it's not, it's on. Anyway, it's reversed from what it should be. The important thing is that I'm now ready to fight.
Okay. So, Briar, I know you probably can't see the screen, but you have a large fox and 3 upsetting-looking bats. You are near the front, but you are not in melee. You could run behind Cirla or to get some distance. So
is the door open or closed? Because for us, we only see.
Open.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I see the screen now.
Good.
Okay, perfect.
Right. They're going, well, not super ideal. Let's see. Am I close enough to be disadvantaged?
Nope.
Okay. I have my short sword. So they're going to... They're going to use their bonus action and do the little planar warrior situation. And hit that bitch with their bow.
Okay.
The fox. No! God damn it!
What was it?
Natural one.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Good thing you didn't go behind Sarah, or else she'd have an arrow sticking out her back of her skull.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Can
I get a break?
To lobotomize us all. What's happening?
Okay, well, that's a 12.
12 still misses.
You are cursed. We need to uncurse you first. That's the first thing we're doing when we're back.
Yeah, on my
Yeah,
turn, I will
that's,
cast Remove Curse on
swear, it's
Alder.
because- I'm gonna blame Faye when she was like, "Oh yeah, we're all good at wisdom saves." And I'm like, "Oh fuck, I've had 2 nat 20s and you said that."
Listen, I said, the ranger, the monk, the cleric, all wisdom-based classes. And then there's me. I didn't say you being good about shit.
Well,
I said you have wisdom.
Alder, are you moving?
Oh god. I used my bonus action, so no. I think that's it for me.
Okay.
I fucking 1 and 3.
The first werebat is going to move to here. Fly through and then actually yeah, I can get there without. And then it's going to do 2 bites. One on Alder and one on Cirla.
No, please.
On saves?
Is there a reason
Hmm?
why I don't see the bat?
You don't?
That's
this
on me.
guy?
Yeah, that's an empty square for me. I enjoy this. I enjoy Invisibat, so it's fine. I'll play on
bizarre.
hard mode.
You're better off not seeing the bat.
Well, you already showed the art, and the art went through, so probably my eyes refused to see the token
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Alder, does a 16 hit?
Yerp.
Okay, that is 6 piercing damage, and please make a Constitution save.
No.
God!
Get
That's a
get
6.
those lower than 10s rolls all out at the start of the campaign. Great strategy.
So you
have you
feel-
rolled higher than 10 yet?
Yeah, that's a 6. You said 6 damage?
6 damage, and you feel something dark and sinister curl into your being. The next bite's gonna be on
Okay.
Cirla.
No, thank you.
Cirla does a 16 hit.
It does, but it doesn't with shield.
Okie doke.
No, no, thank you.
The next
No, thank you.
werebat is gonna fly to here.
Can you ping where it flew?
It's next to you.
Okay, nice. Love it. Love that.
And it's gonna go for you next.
Okay.
That's a 20 to hit,
Barely hits.
4 piercing, and a con save, please.
Right.
How we all contract lycanthropy of various
Yeah.
flavors. Cool.
That's a 23. I should be fine.
Okay.
Immune system is up there.
Nice. And then it'll go for Swish this time. Try and kind of get between the bones. That's a 23 to hit.
No, that doesn't. Yes, that definitely hits.
That's 6
Uh,
piercing and a con save, please.
All right.
You got
I'll
your
make a con
vaccine.
save if it makes a dex save.
Okay.
You got your vaccine for bat rabies, right?
Sure.
It got a 7.
All right. I got an 18.
Okay. Nice. And it got a 7, so what does it take?
Yeah. So I am. Where is Wrath of the Storm? I'm not going to maximize it, so it's just going to take 2d8 lightning damage, which I'm rolling now.
Nice.
13 lightning damage. Pretty good.
It's looking bloodied.
Nice.
And then the next one's gonna move in and first go for Fiddick.
Sure.
That's a 13, which I believe
13 will
misses,
miss. Yes.
and an 8.
8 will also miss. Love that.
And Fiddick, it's your turn. There's one directly next to you that's at full health, and one with next to Swish that is bloodied.
All right. I'm going to try to finish the bloodied one. So as it bit me, then I bite it back, Aussie style.
Okay.
The blood!
So I will attempt to bite. Do I get a bonus from Swish?
Yes. Okay. That
23.
certainly hits.
So that's a
and-
bite. Does it have a soul, please?
It does, but
Love
I
that.
also need you to make a con save.
I deserve that, I guess. I deserve that. Okay.
Also, it's poisonous and
advantage.
venomous.
Oh,
Yeah.
with advantage? With advantage,
Yeah.
you said? Too late.
Cool,
Yeah,
you need that
yeah.
advantage. Whew.
18.
Okay.
Oh, you
Okay.
needed that advantage.
Yes.
I
All
also
right.
feel to
Now,
be a fawn with lycanthropy.
I mean, I just become more ram-like.
Mhm.
All right. So it's going to be max damage with a 9 piercing.
It's
and-
barely alive.
Now the poison that got into me, so it's both poisonous and venomous, which is surprising biologically.
Well, it's not. It's more like a blood-borne disease.
Got it.
Contamination.
Yeah. In that case, I'm going to spear it for the second time while trying to spit out diseased blood.
Mhm.
So second attack is
That'll
a
hit.
15. Yeah, okay. For 6.
Okay, that will kill it, and there's some overkill. So you can go ahead and roll an attack on the one next to it.
Oh, I'm
Overkill.
sorry. Actually, it was supposed to be my versatile damage, and I rolled my normal damage. Let me just re-roll that, because it might be higher, might be lower.
Okay.
It's 5, actually.
Lower.
Is there still overkill damage?
There is still overkill.
All right. So second cleave attack for a 20. 30.
Okay, so it takes the remaining damage.
Right. Now, bonus action, I think I'm going to flurry. Now, I do believe
Okay.
that Alder failed their saving throw. Did Cirlo fail their saving throw as
You
well?
didn't get bit.
You didn't. Oh, yeah, that's right. There was a shield.
Yeah, she used shield.
All right. So my first flurry of blows attack is actually going to be a physician's touch on Alder. So the first thing that's going to happen is, as soon as I find it, end of healing. It's supposed to add my wisdom to it, but that's a 9 points of healing for Alder. And also, if you had, now I don't know what it infected you with, but if it was blinding, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned, it's not that anymore. I don't know. I'm just trying to give your immune system a boost. Then second attack is going to be a straight up unarmed strike to the one still alive beside me. For 21.
Okay, that
22. For 6. And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. With that, it is Seerla's turn.
Oh, stars. She's going to, I don't think she'll have any sort of wherewithal to try and identify what these things are. Just that they are attacking her friends. One of them got bitten back because Fiddick be doing shit like that.
It's for the greater good. Don't judge me. Only God can judge me.
And I do.
I know.
Just,
And I do.
Let me just.
And I do.
Don't fireball us, please.
How's the?
It's
one
okay.
next
I'll just shatter us.
How's the one next to Fiddick looking?
The one next to Fiddick is hurt, but not too badly off.
Okie dokie. We're gonna do a little bit of a magic missile, if I can.
Yes, you can.
We'll stick with first level, to where sprouting out from her skin, it's little motes of energy look like comets as they begin to swirl before shooting out in random directions and converging on onto the same target in this case, which is the one next to Fiddick. So that's 3d4 plus 3 for 11 points of damage.
All right, it's alive, but looking quite bad.
Bonus action. We are going to cast a quickened magic missile again. So once more, the first barrage comes out, doesn't kill. Second one's like, yes. The shoulder rockets come out. Fucking Gundam now. We'll buckle up. So we're going to cast that at a... Yeah, we'll do a second level for this one. We'll be a little fancy with it.
Okay.
And we'll put
and where are the
2 on that one, on the one next to Fiddick, and then 2 on the one... 2 on the fox. Yeah.
Okay.
So first one for the Fiddick one is 8. And the fox is 7 points of force damage.
Okay.
As a medley of 6 darts just rapid fire into these targets with lethal precision.
And the one next to Fiddick gets blown up by these tiny darts.
Every time you cast a spell, something explodes on me.
This time it's blood.
This time it's blood. Would you want blood or ice?
I'll take blood. I shakily reach for my pipe and light it up. I need that taste out of my mouth.
Okay, that's gonna be my turn.
All right. Swish.
All right. So, question: with a 10-foot reach,
Yes.
can
you
I
do
reach
that.
between Cyrilla and Alder?
Yes.
I can. Okay. In that case, yeah, I'm just going to make a glaive attack against that last werebat.
Mhm.
14 to hit.
That will hit.
Excellent. And that will do minimum damage of 3 slashing.
Yikes.
Okay.
Okay.
Who wants to contract lycanthropy?
Me.
Yeah. All right, and then I am going to. Yeah, I'm going to Second Wind and cast a Guiding Bolt at first level against the fox.
You mean action surge?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
You got sorcery
All
points
right.
now?
Yeah, no, two different things, but yeah, action surge. Thank you. And
Okey-doke.
Guiding Bolt, which is a 18 to hit the fox.
That'll hit.
All right, and that will do 15 radiant damage, and the next attack against it has advantage.
Okie doke. Anything else, Swish?
Let's see. So action surge is other, not a bonus action. Yeah, so actually, I am gonna Second Wind as well.
All right.
Wasn't even mine. Cool. Yeah, I get back all my health. And that'll be my turn.
All right. And Cyrilla and Swish, you hear just kind of a low chuckle from behind you. And then it's the red tooth fox's turn. It's going to come in and... Well, Fiddick is the one that finished off its friend. And I'm sorry, Briar, but Alder doesn't seem like that much of a threat right now. So...
Those
Wow.
are benefits. No. Those are benefits. Believe me. I got told that same thing when I went down every fight. And then I didn't get attacked as much.
So that's a 10.
Oh,
We
yes.
should miss. And an 18.
18 will hit.
Okay, that's 9 piercing. And a con save, please.
They all trying to get me foxy. Okay, so 46. All right, and a con save is 17.
Okay, so you are okay.
For now.
For now.
What if they
Alder,
keep biting?
Sure.
you do have
Just gonna
people in
try-
melee.
Alder's gonna try Gander with their little short sword. Come on.
Which one?
13?
Yeah, what's your target?
Oh, the
The fox or the bat?
I think the bat next to me.
Okie doke, that will hit then.
Alrighty, finally.
And it's with the sword.
Well, still.
Okay.
This is good
It's
damage.
pretty
Damage.
hurt. Yeah, it's pretty hurt.
Oh. Okay, there we
That'll
go. 24
Nice.
Now we're talking.
for 5 damage.
And that will kill it.
What
And
roll
then
20 is
for-
trying to tell you is that melee is your calling, ranged is for some reason.
Yes,
Which
telling
kind
the
of
ranger
sucks because
that okay.
Which-
Yeah.
which kind of sucks because I took the archery feat, but it's
Oh,
also
no.
telling me wisdom saves, con saves, literally anything skill based is also not my thing.
So,
okay,
Yep.
so it's telling
I'm just
you a lot
gonna
of
start
things.
every session with just being like, I'm casting guidance on Alder constantly.
They just
I
switch
every
from
minute,
you
guidance,
all
guidance,
the time.
guidance.
Guidance can
Already
only do
got
so
to
much.
I know.
I already got shitty stat rolls. Can I please have some can I do what I wanted to do?
No.
Wow.
Well, any bonus action or movement?
Let's see. What can I do for my bonus action?
And kick the wizard in his stupid face.
Actually, I'm gonna use Hidden Step as a bonus
Okay.
action and turn invisible for 3 turn.
Fine.
All right.
Last until the start of your next turn or until you attack. I should have done that before. It's a learning process.
It's a new character. All right. Well, with you invisible, Fiddick is up.
Alder just got kidnapped.
Shit.
All right, we need to spread out and find them. I will take 5 steps, 5-foot step here, and we'll start. This is the
where
one. Oh, am I stepping
just stepped
onto an
into this
invisible
space.
monster?
Yeah,
That
that's
is where
fox
the
is.
fox is.
Well, okay.
could
If for
step
me,
to here.
it appears here and here,
Or-
so that's wonderful. Roll 20 is telling me that I shouldn't fight. So see, roll 20 is telling a lot of things. But all right, if there's a fox straight in front of me, I'm going to.
You do have
bite it.
advantage if you attack it. It is still glowing,
Advantage?
radiant
Oh, right.
glow.
By all means, then I am going to bite it. Hopefully, it has better blood than Batman. That is a 16, 17 if Alder can still
that
help me. Okay.
It's a
Feelings-
16.
All right, yeah. Because if they help
And
me, then
I
they lose
want-
invisibility.
And I would like you to make a con save with advantage.
Okay. Con with advantage. Let's go. 20.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's still bit. And since I'm like,
Mhm.
why do they all taste horrible? I'm going to spear them.
Okay.
Not with advantage this time. For a 9. Which will probably miss. I
That will
will-
miss.
Yes. I will. I'll flurry again.
Blah, blah.
Flurry, blah, blah. Exactly. So I will flurry with an unarmed strike first.
Mhm.
For a
Well,
9.
that will miss.
And for a 7. Yeah, there we go. Now that you're not there, your curse is passed on to me. It's perfectly fine. All right, so I just try, and this fox is just dodging everywhere.
Mm-hmm. It's foxy.
Very foxy. That'll be it.
Okay, Cirla.
Okay. Well, Sarah is still on edge. All her friends are getting bit. The stupid fucking wizard is humming and laughing. And now Alder's gone. because Fiddick said so. So she's really stressed out. So she's gonna try. She's not in the best headspace. So this fox needs to get dealt with. So she'll run forward, bonk her face into the back of Alder.
But you don't. There's nobody there.
Oh. So they're... Oh, no, shit. So she's going to go straight forward then. So it was invisible.
Alder is now invisible. Oh, wait. Briar, it's your invisibility ends when you move, right?
I think it's when my next turn starts. So until you attack, make a damage roll. The start of your next turn, or you force somebody to make a saving throw.
Okay.
None
Never
of
mind.
these happen.
Ignore me.
Can do.
Anyways, Sirla, you get up with the fox.
Ooh,
I mean, they
I'm
are
gonna-
trying to give us the sickness, so.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to reach out and try and tase this man's.
Okay.
With a nice shocking grasp.
Yeah.
14.
That will hit. Yep.
Cool. And we're gonna put some damage in this man. 9 points of
Nice.
lightning damage.
Pretty nice.
And they
Okay.
can't take reactions.
Fox is looking bloodied.
Is stand down. And then they'll end their turn because they're pretty peeved off right now.
What does the
Okay.
fox say?
Ring
Fox
ding
does
ding
not
ding
say
ding, ding.
anything.
Okay.
Swish.
Yeah, Swish will move there. For per Swish's view, what's just happened is Alder got bit and then vanished. and
I mean, we all got bit.
then Fiddick's like,
Except for Sirla.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So Swish is gonna look at Fiddick like, "Are you okay? Are you gonna vanish?"
I look at my hand and the
Cast
picture of
invisibility.
me with my parents playing guitar, and I'm slowly vanishing from it.
But all that's just flavor because all I'm actually doing is attacking with the glaive. So
Good choice.
oof.
12?
Well, 12.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
That's gonna miss.
Okay. All right. In that case, we're gonna go spiritual weapon.
Okie doke.
Find my minion here. There it goes. So yeah, a spectral trident will appear and make an attack. Oh my god.
This is the ice culture all over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it get
No,
the
it
benefit of
doesn't.
helping? Okay,
It
so
doesn't.
it'll miss.
All right.
And then Swish is going to like grab hold of Fiddick to try to make sure he doesn't disappear.
Thank you. I'll grab Switch as well, just to make sure. If we
All right,
all
well.
hold each other, we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Finton doesn't do anything, but the fox is first gonna try and bite Sirla.
No.
Yes.
Counter spell.
19.
It's a 9th level spell bite.
Well, first of all, I can't show that. Yeah, I can take it. I can take it.
Get bit.
Okay. That's 13 piercing damage and a con
I can't
save.
take it.
I immediately regret this decision.
22 with a con save, though.
Okay, so there's that.
That
And
one tough
then-
son of a bitch.
It's gonna bite Cyril again.
Why?
Because you were easy to sink your teeth into. Oh, that's an 8.
Easy
Okay,
to sink my teeth
Alder.
into.
Right, so Alder is going to reappear behind the wizard with their sword
next
pressed to
to
his back.
Okay. Okay.
If one of them dies, you're next. Laws be damned.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't think they would be able to grapple him, so I think a prepared action, should anybody go down or should he try anything.
Mm-hmm. All right, sounds good.
The stabby stab.
Us going down is like our main strategy. Oh no.
All right, Fiddick.
Yep. And another
Right.
plan.
I guess. All right. So I know that one of the slightly displaced fox is right in front of me. Is the second one here?
There's only one fox.
There's only one fox. Okay, and it's already bit. All right. I'm just trying to
Yes.
maximize the amount of souls I can get.
Yes.
All right. So I am going to try and spear it twice.
All right.
So first attempt for a 14.
That will hit.
14 will hit. Versatile damage. It's a 3.
Nice.
Yeah, it's something. And then a spear again for a 12. Sadly.
Swish counts because Swish has reach.
13 then.
Hits.
Okay. Phew. For 10.
Okay, nice. The fox is pretty bloodied.
All right, then I will tenderize this bloody fox with a flurry of tenderizing blows.
Okay.
So first unarmed strike. It's a 14.
That'll hit.
Yikes, for 3 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Magical, if it changes anything. And then a 22 will hit
Yeah.
for 8. I will
Okay.
then push a little bit more because it's bloodied and perhaps I can finish it. I will turn this blow into a hand of harm on top of it,
Okay.
which means an additional 6 necrotic, and it is poisoned until the end of my turn.
Well, it's poisoned until the end of its life, which has arrived.
I'm okay with that as well.
As the fox, as it dies, you see not a fox as it shifts into the form of, let's say, a gnome.
Can I fuck? Can I? Is
you
it
fuck?
still alive? I can as a
No,
full round action.
Very dead.
Okay, so it's not making death saving throws. Got it.
Mm-mm.
Goddamn
Yeah.
NPCs with no saving throws for death.
Yep.
I think I'll take the corpse of the gnome and like turn around to show the wizard. Did you
He shrugs.
do this? And I now see Alder there.
Are you okay? You got bit and vanished.
I didn't vanish because of the bite. I'm a fearbulk. We can do that.
Oh.
But thank you for your concern.
I don't know what that means. I'll have more questions later.
We can hold our breath and turn invisible.
Oh, I can also hold my breath. Nice.
Are these his creature? Was that what he was humming about, calling them into the night?
Alder's gonna roll an insight on the wizard to see.
Swish, having hummed along with, as well as trying to teach him sea chanties, would also like an insight check on that.
Go for it.
30-20.
It's a 6 from Swish.
Swish, you are free and clear. The humming was a complete coincidence. Alder, you know better. And the wizard is not really trying to, hide that fact in particular. So,
Would you be okay if I was allowed an insight as well? Just to...
Yep. Go for it.
Just to get a better read on the situation. Yeah, 11. All right.
You also think that there was some kind of connection. Either the wizard created them or called them or something of that sort.
I don't think you understand the situation here. We did say that we'd try, emphasis on try, to bring you back alive. But if you keep proving to us that you'd be easier to carry dead, I am one hair away from thinking we don't need that additional bounty that hard.
I mean, this is clearly a dangerous individual. We could take care of the problem now. There's no guarantee of what their methods they're going to use to keep him under control. We could be costing more lives by sparing his.
Fiddick? Can I see you for a second, actually? Swish is gonna pull Fiddick, outside.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to follow Swish.
We will get to that conversation in 12 minutes so I can feed these cats before they eat my face on live.
I mean, think
All
of the
right.
views. Think of all the views we'd be. All right, okay.
All right.
yes.
All right.
All right.
See you on a little bit.
Yeah.
See? All right, so where last we left off, the group had a morning encounter with some lycanthropes, or something. And as a werefox turned into a gnome, Fiddick went to confront the wizard, Finton MacFurgle, and was pulled aside by Swish. So as the two of them wander on off, I know your name, Alder, and Cirla, anybody gonna do any shenanigans, following, listening in?
Alder's not going to take the point of their sword away from the wizard's back. They're done with his shit.
All right, so elsewhere, Swish and Fiddick, you find a somewhat more private area to conduct your conversation.
Yes.
What is it?
Right. So I'm thinking, we said we would try to bring the wizard back alive if at all possible, right?
Yes. I'm
Alder
regretting
never said that.
Alder never did, and so did many people. But the problem is if she doesn't, if she gives in to that, then we are not getting the additional price. I don't even remember what was promised if we managed, honestly. Is it something you want to do?
I don't remember either. I think they made a great point that them living is doing harm to who knows how many and who knows how many potential. Something that I could never get through Arya's that's a character from a different campaign. Sorry. Yeah, lost my train of thought there. But like, they have no reason not to take them out, and I completely agree with the sentiment.
Look,
I've seen enough. This
I
wizard might be the
also-
worst of the three that we've faced so far.
I agree. Here's the thing, though. We don't know what the guild wants to do with him. Perhaps they will use him in a way that will benefit people. Perhaps not. But shouldn't we at least give them the chance to explain that to us? Because if we do that, we can't walk back on it. It's done.
Can we at least cut out his tongue or something?
I mean, he'd be alive. I
Not
just
to be a savage, but
it's pretty extreme, but he would be alive. Look, if we must, and if it's going to keep people safe, I can probably do it. I have a healer's kit. I can probably staunch the bleeding, make sure he survives, but I don't. It's not something I relish doing, let's say. But I will. If it makes all of you feel safer, then I'll do it.
I don't know. Some part of me tells me in his twisted mind he'd somehow benefit him, his own blood. I don't know.
It's also possible. I don't know how he uses it.
All right. How about this? We take him for now, but he does one more thing, and I'm like, Alder lets him just takes him out.
I'm fine with that. Well, let's just make sure that there is still part of him to kill. We have been out for a bit, and the tension was kind of.
It's only been a couple.
Hey guys.
We should probably make sure. Honestly, if they have already, ended him. But yeah, we should probably go check.
I mean, I'm not going to cry over it, but I'm trying to think longer term.
Yeah, no, that's valid points. All right, yeah, and then we'll head back in.
All right.
Not.
The
Heading
robot.
back
All right.
in. Oh no.
Could not hear any of that.
You're caught up now.
Okay. Well, Cirla, Alder, and the wizard. What's been happening? I know Alder is still holding the wizard at knife point.
Did Fig set down the body before?
Yes. Yeah, I wouldn't have carried it out with Swish. That would have been just weird.
So, think we should kill him?
I mean, that would have been an argument against everything I just said. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Sila's going to go over to the the late gnome, because that's how you say those two words together. Just kneel down by them, close their eyes, and just take a small breath to kind of calm the. I would think Switch would put it as the storm kind of roiling within a little bit. And as much as she's starting to see why Fiddick hates this place. Just a little bit. She's going to stand up and look over at the at Finton McFuckface, and they looking cocky, they looking happy, erect. Like what's their situation?
Are you wearing boots?
Probably.
That's going to determine the last one.
Yeah, that is relevant. No, definitely a little put out, but not like mildly upset that these creatures died, but not, like, oh, rats. Like, mildly equivalent to, like, oh, I'm watching a sport that I'm not invested in, and I don't care about either team, but I'm a little disappointed in the outcome.
I got a chicken burrito instead of a beef burrito.
Yeah.
Oh well. She just kind of stares into him. Might be a little unnerving considering see those eyes. But she kind of sees, at least in her mind, a lot of the pathways that led someone to this point. And then where that kind of path is headed.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say you've never been happy.
He's
You're
gagged.
And she just kind of gonna glance up at Alder and just go to the side of the room, crouch down, and just kind of keep an ear out for when the friends come back with a bit of a somber look on her face.
All right. And they do return shortly thereafter.
How is Alder? Is Alder still with their short sword on the wizard's neck, or?
Yep, they've still got it pointed at him. Like, they haven't nicked him unnecessarily or done anything, just kept him aware that they could kill him.
Right. Alder, a moment. Fiddick, can you, watch the, fuckface
I'm going
here?
to tighten the bonds. Yes, Mech Fuckface is actually his canon name.
Ah, yes.
You're welcome.
His
That's fine.
Christian name.
Yeah, Alder's gonna head out with Swish.
Well, I'm actually not pulling you out of the room. I just motion you over. And first of all, are you okay from being bit earlier? Like I don't know what these
They're gonna
things do with.
they're gonna kinda
If
look at the
necessary,
body.
can I do a medicine check or something? See.
Sure.
They're gonna kind of look.
I just want to know if they're still infected or what, with whatever. All right.
Okay, what did you say, Briar?
When he asks if they're okay, they're just gonna kind of look at the bite, look at the creature. You said it's a werebat?
Mhm.
Well, it hasn't taken hold yet.
Rolled an 18 for the medicine check, as I'll take a look at the wound
Yeah.
and see if I can see anything like spreading from it or.
I'd say you would know, and then as a Horizon Walker, Alder would know that this is a lycanthrope. You have until the next full moon to cure it, or they will go into a frenzy. And if they bite somebody or kill somebody during that frenzy, they would pretty much lose their mind. And sorry. You would know that this can go away with Remove Curse, just like it did for Fern.
Cool. Yeah. So that will be the next course of action is casting Remove Curse over the wound.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that should fix that. So no blood frenzy for you. But speaking of blood frenzies, Fiddick and I talked and agreed. We all made a promise to try our best to not kill the wizard and bring him in alive. You, however, made no such promise. So, if he fucks up again, brings some sort of creature, does something horrendous, laughs, looks at me the wrong way, honestly. And I'm saying this loud enough that he can definitely hear. Does anything, really. Please, by all means, you have our express permission to just end him on the spot. No hesitation. We will not cry. We will lose a bonus,
Kind of nod.
but big deal.
They're gonna kind of nod and like speak where the wizard can't hear them. Truth be told, there were only two things keeping me from killing him: the fact that you all saved me, and the fact that I know how dire the situation with the not great procreation of the elves is. But yes, while I'm not the most team-oriented, I will try to get you the bonus.
Well, that
But
is
one more
greatly appreciated. But yes, but there is a only the bonus is only worth so much.
Oh yes, if he actually does any harm whatsoever, I'm slitting his fucking throat.
Well, glad we're all agreed. Shall we move on?
Yes. One more thing, though. I wanted to apologize. I should have used my sword instead of trying to hit him constantly with the arrows in the tower. I let my pride in my archery and my frustration at the situation cause undue risk to you. So, I'm sorry.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Well, nothing terrible happened. We're all here. We're all okay.
It was hectic. There was more than a little bit of friendly fire. That's just I'm guilty of it as well in the past. I understand. I was angry in the moment, but I've had some time to calm down. So apology accepted. No worries. No hard feelings.
I will refrain in the future. I am not used to working with people anymore.
Well, you've been almost nothing but an asset so far, so glad to have you.
It's a little nod. Alder is much less humorous than I am.
I think the package is ready to go, and I think we shouldn't waste any more time unless more of his creations find us.
What about
Alright.
no?
You have a general idea
where the portal is because I can sense it once we're close enough.
What about the
Oh yeah,
gnome?
it's in the middle of the frozen lake.
Would I know where the frozen lake is? Excuse me.
I mean, I don't know that you've spent a lot of time in the Winterlands, but you would have seen maps and know where it is from here. It's southwest. It is also big.
Okay. So survival?
Yep. Yeah. So getting to the there'll be one for getting to the lake, and then for most people, finding a portal on a frozen lake this big in the dark would be quite difficult, but then there's you.
Then there's me!
So we'll see when you get there.
22.
All right.
It's gonna
Easy
be so
enough.
bad.
You guys make your way through the taiga and through the kind of more harsh and like austere plantless areas to the wide stretch of the frozen lake. Can I get everyone to make perception checks?
Yupper puppers.
Oh! Natural 20
That's a 7.
or 24.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was
Oh.
everyone ready to move on?
It's fine. I just wanted to make sure that if the gnome had any symbols that showed that he was of the Feywild. I mean, I'm saying he. I'm kind of assuming, but that the gnome was of the Feywild, then I would just take some time and just bury it correctly, just not leave it out and bloodied into the tower. And if I think that it's a gnome that actually belongs to Danaea, I might just bring the body back with us to bury it in its plane. So up to you. I don't know if I can determine.
Why don't you roll investigation to see if you can find any
I was about to
indications.
intimidate the corpse into giving me the info. 1 second. It's a 6.
This gnome looks like they were not a rich gnome, kind of wearing peasant garb. Not really sure if that's a Feywild peasant, a Danaea peasant. They don't have holy symbols or artwork or anything like that.
Right. Well,
You would know that in general, there's not a large gnome population that you know of in the Feywild, but that's about as much as you get.
Well, here's what I'll do. I don't know how big the body is, or if I can securely have it in my backpack, because I'm kind of carrying a body and a body to be. If he speaks up again.
You can't realistically carry both, but there are 4 people. Any one person could, strap up the gnome without undue burden.
Okay. If someone would like to help me, I think that since it has suffered so much, so much in the Feywild, I think that it should be buried in Danaea, back in Danaea.
I can help.
I'd really appreciate it. I'll be taking care of Fenton for now, so.
I would offer, but I am carrying a rather thick backpack, including an extra set of armor in it, so.
I understand.
And you are moving quite slowly.
Yeah, I'm already moving slowly, so. I'm already like trudging in the back of the group in this armor.
Oh yeah, so you are the one slowing us down, probably.
A little, yeah, slowing us down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Speaking
There's also
of,
Alder who would not be able to hold. I don't think they'd be able to hold a gnome very well.
I think that none of us have strength. We are not strength people. Yeah.
I'm like -1.
I have like middling strength. It's just I'm carrying a lot of stuff, so.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
we
Alder,
need to
you
find
could.
ogres and steal their belts a lot.
Yeah. Like Alder, you would probably have to do same thing as like if Sirla. I mean, since you're already going slow for Swish, you can probably walk around holding the gnome, princess style. But if you were trying to go at regular speed, you would probably have to strap the gnome up, like on your back or over your shoulder or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you guys make your way easily enough.
No, nothing. I was saying that we were getting going then. Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way to the banks of the frozen lake as Swish, you see right now the frozen lake, there are kind of areas see in the distance there's kind of like not like an iceberg, but like a ice like outcropping, I guess. An ice flow, that's what it is. And you would see a hole around it, and you just managed to see a fin go down into the water, and then a head pop up and throw back hair that seems to be made of seaweed. You are probably familiar with merfolk.
I would imagine.
You have never seen Arctic merfolk, but you believe you may have just seen that.
Now, I as a player have not encountered merfolk in D&D, so they change from lore to lore between like really dangerous to like not dangerous, just like depending on like from monstrosities to highly intelligent. Like, what are they in D&D and I guess Danae specific lore? Or to my character's familiarity.
Yeah. Why don't you roll history?
Okay. Oof. 8.
Yeah, it's a very wide range of beliefs. To some people, they are benevolent. To some people, it's more neutral. To some people, they are more siren-like and will try and drown you. For some, they're raiders. You've heard the whole gamut of stories, and you don't have any idea what would be more accurate.
Okay. Yeah, so in that case, I'll just turn to the rest of the group and be like, did you see the merfolk off in the distance?
Only glimpse.
Oh, well. There's definitely like you said there's like a hole in the ice?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were do you see that hole way over there? And I'll like point where it was. They were just there, I swear.
After having seen what many of the creatures in the Feywild are, do we really want to take the chance of this merfolk not being one of his creation coming to his aid in a last-ditch effort? I really think
I 100%
that we should.
want to avoid it.
Yeah. All right.
I have no idea if they're dangerous or not. I've heard.
Well, then we should step on
honestly-
where the ice is thickest.
And
Sailors like to talk, and I've heard a lot of different stories about merfolk. So I have no idea which ones are true and which ones aren't, to be completely honest with you.
I get that. Alder,
And I
do you think you
I'm
could
sorry.
guide us through the flows themselves?
I can. Let me check my detect portal. Okay.
yeah, could you post it?
The detect portal.
Yeah.
I don't know how to post it because it's it's like a thing, but I can copy paste it.
Yeah, if you would just paste in Discord so I can look at it.
Please.
I was about to post it, but then I realized I can't even see your character sheet. That's
You
weird.
should be able to. I made it public.
Huh.
I can.
Well, because I can see everyone else's in the campaign.
Okay. So you want to detect portals now?
Um.
Oh, it's because you're unassigned.
Oh, that's right. I didn't know how to assign myself. I'm sorry.
No, no problem. I can see it now. I just had to go through a couple extra steps.
How big is the lake? Is it a mile?
It detects up to a mile.
Well, no, the lake.
It's about 3 miles wide and 6 miles at its. Well, it's kind of slanty, but
That's a
from-
big ass lake.
Yep, it's a big ass lake.
Okay, so is there like it doesn't say that there's a duration, so I couldn't be able to like it's not gonna ping like it would for detect magic.
Well, it's an action, so.
Yeah, but I can only do it like once per short rest.
Mhm.
So I guess that's my
Well, I
concern is,
would-
like,
Yeah, I mean, I would tell you that when we left, it was somewhere towards the middle of the lake, but like obviously exact point. But like I'd say if we start walking towards the middle of the lake, once we're close to the middle, you'd probably be able to detect it at that point.
so would that be a another survival check?
Yeah, to kind of find the rough area that Swish was describing.
Just look for another hole in the ice that was caused by Genasi crashing through.
No.
So,
23.
Alder, it does not take you long to find the hole, and also down. It also isn't that hard for you to detect this portal because you can see it about 50 feet underwater.
That's
Under.
unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can all hold our
As
breath. It's
there's
fine. It's just a little
ring
cold.
of fish forming like a little whirlpool that's a portal if you've ever seen one.
The problem isn't holding one's breath for 50 feet. The problem is the cold for 50 feet.
That was really cold. I will. Yeah.
Can
Oh,
the other
it's
side? You said
only
the,
self. Okay. Fuck.
you said the
Because I have
the other.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Because I have my this, but it is only self. Okay.
What's your face?
Well, I can. So, I could potentially just like teleport within 20 feet of it and then spend very minimal time in the actual water, as my heavy armor would just I just sink right into it. However, that's only a solution for me.
I have etherealness, so I can get down there through
Unless,
the
wait a minute, I could cast Gust of Wind towards it and potentially split the water. Probably not all the way, but closer to it. You could try that.
What are you, Moses?
I'm trying to use Gust of Wind like Moses. Yes.
We can see the other side of it, right, Olivia?
Not really. You know it's a portal, though.
I was saying because when we first entered this place, we could see the other side of it. Is it because it's obscured with the water, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
The
so
gust
whirlpool
disperses gas or vapor, but it doesn't say how it interacts with water.
I would say it might part the seas, like, a little bit, but not 50 feet.
It does have a range of 60 feet. A lot.
Yes,
like
but water is also,
yeah, that's fair.
not cloud
I'd like
vapor.
the water to make a strength saving throw.
The additional
Water's
problem
strong.
is the merfolk you've seen a bit farther. If
Right.
we go in, then there's going to be at least a moment. I mean, I can swim pretty well. First of all, does everyone know how to swim? I know that
I know
in
how to
D&D
sink.
everyone by default knows how to swim, but it's unrealistic to think that.
Mhm.
I know how to sink. Yes, of course I know how to swim.
Yes, I figured you would.
I'm not a particularly strong swimmer. I have a couple of spells to help, but it's not great.
Swish, if you keep that armor, I can promise you'll sink towards that portal, so that's good.
As I said, I know how to sink.
Well, I have a.
Yeah, you've been
I mean, the
quiet.
world.
I've had a.
Oh. Yes, go ahead. Sorry. Since we seem to be just a little bit off, we always speak over one
Yeah,
another.
there's that like slight.
Yeah.
There's that like half-second delay that's just enough.
We're so sorry. We're not dicks all the time. It's just really hard to know.
They're
when the
dicks all the
person-
time.
Okay, sure.
This is coming from me, the chief dick
Well,
here.
that's separate.
Yes. Go ahead, Cirla. Please answer the thing I asked you.
I have a few ways. The vortex warp is one of them. If we can get just a little bit closer to get visibility to the other side. The other is haste. For some people who are a bit slower, need to speed you up in the water.
That could work. And whoever's going to be bringing Finton is probably going to be, at the very least, half as quick as they should be. Because we're not giving him the freedom to swim wherever he wants, so we're going to have to drag him down towards that vortex. And does it seem like the vortex is sucking up water? Like, if we get close enough, are we going to be brought closer?
Like if you get underwater, you would be pulled into it eventually.
Okay, so at the very least, if one of us falls unconscious, then we are slowly being dragged towards it. Which is better than not, I guess.
How about I haste you if you have Finton? We can rope him to your back, and I can haste myself as well with the using the twin spell. And if we have any more problems I can vortex warp people through, and Swish has Misty Step to get them out of.
I
So
will
should I
tell
start
you
with-
that submerging a gagged person underwater, I don't know how you feel ethically about waterboarding, but that's you
this
would
guy,
run a risk
no
of
qualms.
losing him.
Well, I mean,
And there's
Again,
also
with this guy-
pneumonia.
If an accident happens, an accident happens.
out of game, like any character can hold their breath for as long as like a minute.
Yeah, if you can
plus a
close your
certain-
mouth.
Oh, well, okay, sure. Well, we'll have to hope that we'll have to. Okay, so I'll remove the gag, but I'll keep the the bandana. Like, there's probably like a thing keeping the gag in. I'll remove the gag, but not the little piece of fabric over his mouth. If he wants, he can bite down on that. I just want him muffled a little bit, but he'll be able to close his mouth and eyes, I guess, and just let himself be dragged through icy water for a little bit. I mean, we're all going through it. He has to as well. We can't prevent that for him because we can't prevent that for us. So that's just life.
Yeah.
We should have had the boots. The boots would have protected us against cold, you know? But you wanted an explodey
Bring up and down.
wand of murder. So
Accurate.
yeah.
I have nothing to say about that. Okay. So we're going
Well,
to...
if you haste me, I'm going to try to jump in and with him tied to me.
We'll
So first
get
I'm
that.
going to tie myself to Fenton.
Okay.
Rope around the... I mean, he's still hog-tied anyways. I don't want him moving anywhere else.
Just so you
and
have
I-
access to your arms. To
And
swim.
I'm- Oh, he doesn't need to swim. I'll swim for
Oh, you.
both of us. Huh?
That's why you're being tied to him, so you don't have to carry him while swimming. You just...
Oh, yeah. Well, I wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to do that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so the plan... So when everyone gets ready, I'll cast haste on you and me.
All right.
Okay.
And now Sierra lights up like a beacon. A dim beacon. 5-foot radius beacon.
That's useful because that water gonna get pretty dark. As soon as I see the world slowing down, I'm going to jump in.
Well, I will gust of wind straight towards the portal and see how
Okay.
much distance we can cover without.
I will.
It's definitely, I don't know what's realistic, like a foot or two of water, like, parts, but.
I mean, if we're all
doesn't-
going,
Oh, go ahead.
if we're all going now, are we all going now, or are we taking turns?
It sounds like we're all jumping at the same time.
All right, I'll Misty Step.
I can
Okay.
only hold this for so long. As I'm
You're
sitting
the
there
older
blasting
one.
the water with,
Yeah.
looking like.
Yeah, Alder's just
Alright.
gonna Misty Step.
Oh no,
So-
Alder got kidnapped. I don't know where they are. Yes.
Alder disappears. And everybody else jump in it?
Mm-hmm.
I have
Well,
to.
Swish holding the gust of wind will wait until everyone else is in and then dive in last, dropping concentration as they do so.
So as you do so, you guys pretty quickly get sucked into this whirlpool, and any of you who kept your eyes open get to see minnows circling you, and then they go faster, and you see fish of all sorts of colors. If you know anything about fish, you might know that they all belong to different biomes and ecos. Some are saltwater, some are freshwater, but they're all really cool looking, is what they have in common. And they spin around faster and faster, until all you're seeing is light and color and reflecting off of scales. And then with a final push, you guys all find yourself launched into the air, and about 20 feet off the ground together.
Only 20?
Mountains near Baladoon.
I want a TPK.
Oh no, it's fine.
I know someone has Featherfall.
The two Air Genasi, one modified. Yes.
the two Genasi. So yeah, we'll Featherfall.
Yeah.
Good luck, everybody else.
I mean, I'm fine.
Oh wait, no, choose up to
Featherfall.
5 falling. It's choose up to 5 falling creatures. So I just
Someone
Featherfall for
cast
all
it
of us.
on the wizard because that wizard is getting squished. But I'm not taking any damage from 20 feet. That's for sure.
I specifically don't cast it on the wizard. I cast it on the rest of us.
Well, the
Okay.
wizard is tied to Fiddick.
Yeah.
So Fiddick's slow fall ability might be impeded.
I understand. I mean, do you want to reduce it by half and still roll the
That's what I was-
2d6?
It
And
would be
try to-
4d6.
Okay, sure.
I'll feather fall everybody.
Okay, thank you.
So, Cirla, you see Swish cast Featherfall and see Fiddick still careening towards the ground. Despite Fiddick's best monk moves, the squirming wizard hog tied to his back is somehow making it difficult to fall correctly. And
Just a
you're like,
cold,
well,
wet- Oh no, sorry. Continue. Go right ahead.
and then as you're like about a couple feet off the ground, Cirla finally casts Featherfall.
So I think the point where like Sila sees Swish casting it, it's like, okay, good. Okay, not good.
You're like,
Swish.
Swish would have gotten everyone.
Could have, didn't. Well, the wizard just like gagged. Well, not really full gag, but still, as a wet, cold shrimp, just hog-tied, and just gets 5 foot from the ground, and then suddenly just stops and just goes.
Yeah.
The wizard
it's funny
who can
'cause
probably cast Featherfall.
Yeah, we're not letting him, and also,
Well, yeah, I would put that.
he has manacles, so I don't know how that works.
Well, it's funny because I was considering earlier if I cast Spirit Guardians, just out of habit, he would not have been excluded from the damage.
Yes.
And that's not even, that one wouldn't have even been intentional on Swish's part. That would have been just, protect the normal people. And, oh shit, the wizard's taking damage. Whoops.
Yeah,
but I never ended up casting Spirit Guardian, so.
There's no way that can go wrong. I mean, it's not like they have an aura of fucking necromancy that damages people for 40 damage whenever they get low enough. No, that'll be fine. We'll be okay. No one's gonna get knocked out again.
Anyway.
Anyway, indeed. So we all land.
That was all hypothetical.
Wet and safe.
Yes.
In the mountains.
On the thin layer of snow above the small shepherd town of Baladoon.
Presty.
You came from the. Oh, well, yes, wet. Wet plus. Got it.
Bath time.
Let's get moving.
Yeah.
And Alder's just gonna start walking towards town.
I'm going to shoulder the wizard and follow
is-
Alder,
please.
I guess.
It is genuinely good to be back.
Yeah, it's a huge relief.
Gag the wizard, please.
Oh, yes.
I-
Sorry. We don't want any of your snide comments. Oh,
No, I wouldn't want you to be burdened by
yes,
Oh, don't worry,
like,
intelligence is not something we're burdened by.
exactly those types of comments.
Oh, let's get going, I guess. People might have questions considering we have an elf hogtied.
Well, a criminal. Elves can be criminal, right? I have to admit, I haven't seen any.
They still might have questions, is all I'm saying.
Well, I have an old empty bag of rice. I suppose I could put it over his head.
That,
I feel like that would raise more questions.
thank you.
Yeah.
Not to worry. All we have to do is also carry a ladder, and everyone will just assume that we're meant to be wherever we are.
Yes, exactly.
Does that work?
I've heard
it's
rumors,
worked before.
whispers among the Thieves Guild.
Good for them.
All right, we still
Alright.
have 4 days, I believe, until we're back in the capital.
It was at least a couple several days, something like that.
I think
It's,
4, but maybe I'm exaggerating.
No, it's about a day and a half.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, yeah, so super exaggerating. Also, we all came back a little bit faster, so
Yeah. And
Well, I'm still trudging along.
yes.
yeah, you guys have to constantly slow down for Switch,
It's
whose
fine.
every step is just rattle, 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 rattle. And as you get closer to Baladun, you at first think like, oh wow, it's colder than I thought, and I'm, going downhill, until you get close and you realize, oh, this is really cold. This is not natural. And you can see
What time
that-
of year was it when we left?
So it is the month of Fianna, which is essentially like October.
Okay. So getting a little colder,
Yeah.
but not.
And
Yeah.
like the snow isn't unseasonable. But everything, like the walls, this should be during the day, but I originally thought you guys were going to end up here at night. But the
Whoops.
wall is kind of glistening as if carved from ice, even though it's clearly stone. And things are getting colder and colder as you get closer.
Well, that's odd.
I don't like this. It's like the Winter Court followed us. Is this hail? Is this just rime covering the walls, or?
I'll walk up and touch the walls.
It is like a thin layer of ice over the stone. As you
It's just
hear,
ice.
"Hark! Who goes there? Oh!" And you see one of the teenagers who you interrupted in that shed.
We stopped them from becoming teenage parents. They should thank
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
We assume they haven't tried again.
Oh, at-risk teen number 2. Hi.
Hi. What?
What?
Hi. What are you doing here?
We have the wizard.
Well, we were just
A
passing
wizard?
through, but no, shh. They don't.
They
They're
don't.
not.
They don't know about the.
Anyway,
We don't have a wizard.
we're just passing through, or were. What happened here?
Well, there's the creature in the well. We sent for help, but it says it'll freeze the well if we don't give it offerings, and it, depending on the size of the offering, will thaw things for us a little bit.
I'm gonna turn to Fiddick and be like, I think we may have a denizen of the Winter Court that fell through our portal.
It's fine. I have some aggression to work through. I think. I'd be happy
Same.
to.
All right. Should we knock out our dearest friend here, or Alder? Do you want to stay and watch them while we dive down a well?
Are you knocking me out?
Not
No.
you.
No, not you. Don't worry.
Okay.
No, we're going to try to help.
I mean, let's not knock out the wizard. I'll handle. I'm still tied to him anyway. I just didn't remove the waist rope, I suppose. But how about we get somewhere warm with a fire so our clothes can fully dry before they freeze, and you can tell us a little bit more about what's been happening with your well and your town? Because we did pass nearby, and it was cool, but it wasn't like this.
Yeah, Grandma won't mind putting you up. And he's going to describe the creature, and you're going to recognize it as one of these guys. Prakashar.
Just one?
Oh my god, it's the one that you let go, Fiddick.
I'm gonna bite it so many times. I'm gonna eat it all up.
As it's being described, Swish is just gonna slowly turn and look at Fiddick.
My eyes widen
and just
and then narrow, and then like my face becomes like really sour, and
like I'm not saying anything in front of these people, but Swish is
you
giving
can
you a look
see-
like I know exactly what this is.
you can see that Fiddick also hears that, and immediately like the guilt weighs him down so much. Well, I'm sorry this has happened to you and your people. I can promise I'll help for free.
I think we just encountered some Progashar too. What are the odds?
What are the odds indeed?
You're just completely believing this. It's like,
The odds
well, that
are
made its way out here.
truly astronomical.
Did it say it had a name?
Elwa, King of Baladoon, Lord of the Ice, and Prince of the Snow.
All right. Do you know where it is? Where should we give offerings if we wanted to appease the King of the Snow, Lord of Badawind, and Snowflake
the
in
well.
Chief?
Just don't do anything to mess up the well, please.
You look cold. Do you want to get warmed up a little bit?
I have to keep watch.
Come here. Where is this? I was gonna say this man's. I mean, it's general, but where's this
around
boy's
Warhite.
standing? No, where are they standing? Are they like up on a wall? Or are they just
No, they'd be on the ground.
here? And she'll just take his hand, and then cast Presty on their gloves.
Mm.
Cast Presty on their gloves.
Whoa.
Warm and
Oh.
toasty.
Wow,
Better?
that is nice. Yes.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Stay warm
Thank you.
and always wear protection.
A shield.
I thought that's what the
gloves are for.
He dashes off.
I was about to ask if condoms are a thing, but I think there's actually a spell for that in that new source book you just got. The
Yeah.
Also
the Studio Ghibli one.
Oh yeah. There's also a homebrew one that Faye made called Conch
Yep.
Trip.
For
Which might be what you
Nice.
saw.
To be fair, condoms have a long and storied history, and they did exist in medieval times. They were sheep bladder, you know.
There's many methods of contraception.
The more you
Less-
like abstinence.
Less so in elfish lands because like the chances of you actually getting pregnant are super low. So many a teenage parent has been like, it's 1 in a million, and then it was 1 in a million.
I
Wait,
feel like
that kid, it was not an elf though, right? It's a human. It's an elf?
we're in Elflands.
You're an elf
no.
humans are
we
pretty
stopped-
rare sight up here.
We stopped sex between 2 elves.
But I feel like there's a low pregnancy rate, but there's also a higher STI rate.
Probably, yeah.
It's not like we intentionally stopped it. They were gonna get interrupted one way or another.
Yes, they were
So-
interrupted by dying, so I
Yeah,
suppose
they
it's
would've-
a lesser evil.
Worth it.
That pregnancy would not have completed.
Sure.
Right.
All right,
All right.
well,
So,
go,
as you can
take care
see,
of
it is
this.
a straight shot from the gates to the well. And you know what? You just came out of the Feywild. It can be nighttime.
sure.
Okay.
It can be whatever time
Yeah.
you want, actually.
Yeah,
it can
it's
be
nighttime.
7 years from now.
Why don't
It's nighttime.
we get Fenton when we get set up at least with a small room?
Are there
then
any
on the
like
guard.
gibbets or like, hanging cages for
No,
criminals?
this is a teeny, tiny shepherd village. Like,
Can I
this
punch
is,
him in the face until he passes out?
No. Remember that happened last time we got
sure.
low
It will
health?
be quicker if I do it.
Remember the last
Yeah.
time
Also-
what happened?
Oh, yeah.
When he got
Fiddick,
bloodied?
can you punch him in the face until he passes out?
I could have done that from the start.
No, it's
We were-
fine. That's a joke, I think.
Please don't punch the wizard.
We just
Last time
we
someone
just need
punched the wizard,
someone
I
to-
almost
to
died.
watch him.
Wait, let's go get to the inn.
it's not
mean
an
to the
inn.
well?
It's somebody's grandma's house.
Well, maybe the grandma should open an inn because they're so awesome.
Well, we don't
Agree.
have a lot of traffic in these parts.
And whose fault is that?
I mean,
These
the-
parts' fault.
yeah.
I think
It's
the
Olivia's
mountains,
fault.
probably.
The
Who likes
mountains.
going to the mountains?
So yeah, the teenager has sent you to his grandma's.
No, grandma.
That's Riley. So if you kind of knock on the door, then older elf will open and say, "What? Oh, travelers, you'd best get inside. Come on. You're rather exotic looking." She like looks at everyone's ears.
Fiddick is gobsmacked because he thought that elves didn't age at all. Like, when he said grandma, I expected like basically a pinup model like to open
Mhm.
because that's what elven grandmas are, right? But
Sure.
That
Oh, she's got to be at least 800 or 900 years old. Holy shit!
Mhm.
that's going on
It ha-
somewhere.
it happens eventually. Okay, got it.
They're like older than a couple of older elves, so they are not phased or surprised. They're just like, yeah,
Thank you, ma'am.
it's cold out.
Right. What brings you around here? Not many. Well, you're not exactly locals.
I
Not
mean, we're
exactly.
gonna
Your
take
first clue.
We went to the Feywild to deal with some members of the Wild Hunt.
Oh.
Sheila, we don't have to tell everyone everything all the time.
Well,
It's
she's at
really not necessary.
She asked, and she's being hospitable
Listen.
to us. The least she could
I
have is the
appreciate
truth.
that. We just don't need to be scaring hospitable people with tales of our
And he's the
potentially
person
harrowing
hog-tied
adventures.
with a bag on their head.
A murderer?
Yeah.
Yes, that much is true.
He experimented
Okay, they
on
don't
me.
get stew.
I mean, they might
It's fine with
need
us.
a bit of stew just so they
Oh, they'll be fine.
survive.
I
They
don't
can
think
have
he's
some
gonna
bread.
starve by missing dinner.
It's only been a few hours since he last ate.
Literally.
He'll be fine.
He is
Uh,
okay. And feeding him requires taking the gag off.
Can't argue with that logic. We're here. I mean, unless you have what we call a douche, that might be useful to feed him another way. Kind of like a pump. Anyway, but otherwise, we're here to
Bone
fix
his
the.
nose?
Yes.
No. Oh, honey, no.
We'll bring you back to the ample jugs, and they'll explain there.
Oh no, I'm explaining right now. He's talking about he's talking about setting it straight up his ass.
What we're actually here for, like moving straight off that conversation, is to
Somebody's grandma.
hopefully. I mean, she has 900 years. She knows about anal. Just saying.
I do.
There-
Alder
Oh,
looks
okay.
incredibly confused. How is that going to feed him, though?
I mean, it does get absorbed by the lower intestine eventually, if it's mostly liquid form. So
Okay, but
there's a
He has.
problem in this. I'll explain. I have proficiency in medicine. I'll explain it to you.
Right.
We
Can
don't
you
need to feed him
about-
that badly.
No.
Let him starve. Let him starve.
Nobody's starving in my house. And she's going to pull out the hardest, like, brick of a biscuit
Tack.
and pass it to you.
Is
Feed him.
it Lambus?
No.
I'm going. Okay, it's just shit bread. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to replace the gag with the biscuit and put the thing back
The
on.
wizard looks distinctly unhappy about this.
Good.
Unfortunately, his emotions do not affect me as much as other people.
Yeah.
So we understand that you are having a problem with the weather here. It's a
Yes,
recent
the weather
problem, right?
and the creature in the well.
Here was a frogashar.
A what? I've seen frogs. They don't look like that.
Yes. How do we summon the god, the prince of the cold, to give it offerings?
Well, first it demanded moonstone, and we didn't have a lot. We didn't have any of that, except, well, one of us had some moonstone marbles, but then they settled for coins, but we also didn't have a lot of that. So those are gone, and
I have
I have
a few coins. Yeah, I think we can manage to summon it to accept our.
I have 6 moonstones.
Mhm.
No, 16. Excuse me.
And I'm sorry, I barely had the time to catch the new prince's name. What is it that it calls itself? Iwa? Iwo?
Elwa.
Elwa. I am writing it like I feel it.
Wow.
Right. Well, I think that we're going to try and fix this right away. Shouldn't be too long. And then perhaps everyone can, be warm in their home for the rest of the night.
I don't mind
I'd
any
appreciate that.
screaming you might hear coming from the well.
And,
Yeah, please.
My hearing's not that good.
And if you could look after this for us, don't hurt
no,
him.
he's
And-
he's
Oh,
coming with us.
if he's a murderer, you're not leaving him here with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
I
dragging
mean-
out.
Oh yeah,
I've gotten this
he's coming
far.
with us.
I'm determined to die in my sleep.
A respectable.
Phrasing. That's a poor choice of words. I hope to die in my sleep. You're sleeping now.
Well,
You know-
let's
That
hope you
took a
didn't
dark
hear.
turn quickly.
Yeah.
As long as it's quick.
Mhm.
Do you guys want to hear one of my dad's favorite jokes?
Please.
Of course.
The stream safe.
Yes. I hope to die peacefully in my sleep like my grandfather, not screaming like the people in his car.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard that one before. I love it.
Yeah. All right. We're going to go out and try to fix it as quick as we can.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. Just, I'll have something laid out by the fire for when you get back.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You all get your fucking ass out here right now, motherfucker.
We need everyone
I will-
in a cross formation, X around this.
Well, I will present some moonstones first of all, and lay them
yes.
around the well.
Looking down, you see that the well is frozen over and the ice cracks, and almost like levitating upwards in a spiral of water. You hear, "It is I, Elwa, King of Baladi."
Immediately punch him in the throat and use stunning fist and like for real, all my key points is going into that one punch. I one punch man him.
Poison
Okay.
him, stun him.
So first thing, do I need to roll or is he surprised? Or
He's surprised you punch him in the throat. Give me some damage.
all right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Right. So first of all, so the punch does 5.
Okay.
The second thing that happens is immediately Hand of Harm,
Okay.
which is a 6 additional necrotic, and he is poisoned, giving him disadvantage on the saving throw he needs to do for Stunning Strike, which is a DC 14 Constitution with disadvantage.
That's a 3. So he kind of locks up and freezes, both
My-
literally and figuratively.
My next attack is a grapple where I drag him over and slam him to the ground and just let everyone surround it. And I'm not even
Okay.
going to flurry. Well, you know what? I might.
Okay.
Theoretically, it can still speak, although in a staggered way.
Oh.
That's what stunned is. Yeah.
Ice.
You remember me, Elwa?
Hi.
Hi. What is this?
I'm so much stronger here.
I slap him. What is this?
Where were the other drugs going?
Town.
I
Of
told
losers.
you about Danae so that you could come here and have a good life living with the people. And now I find that you're here making all their lives worse.
Yeah.
And terrorizing them and freezing them.
Yeah.
And you're agreeing. What the fuck is your intel score? You fucking little muppet. What is this?
Welcome to Ice Goblins.
I cannot.
Thanks so much.
Do you think this is what I meant? Swish, yeah, please say something.
Shocking grasp.
We might kill it before we get to a lesson, but I guess that's fine.
What's the point of teaching it a lesson that it's not ever going to learn?
That's true. I don't know what to do with it.
Send it in a portal to somewhere else.
Yeah, I am going to shocking grasp, and provided it hits, do maximum damage.
Okay.
Let me bite it first, otherwise his soul is going to freeze
Oh,
people.
yeah, by all means.
If I really thought that you could understand and you could live with people, but it seems that all that there is in that frozen little shriveled thing that is your heart is control and fear. I can't. I've made a mistake. And I sink my teeth into his shoulder.
All right.
Don't really care about the damage. Like it's really just the mark, but
Okay, between that and Switch's shocking grasp, you do get a new soul. A pathetic little one. And Swish, you get to watch it convulse with lightning as the life leaves its little blue body.
I hate the Feywild. I hate the Fey. Why can't everything ever go right? All right.
Hey, wild's weird.
I'm sorry.
We should probably burn the body before the aura of cold does any more damage.
Serla, can you do the honors?
Well, let's take it out of town first. I don't want just a burning body in the middle of town. That's a bit grotesque.
Why don't we ask the people here what they want to do with the body? I mean, it was their tormentor, right?
Well, as long as it ends with a pyre, that's fine.
At this point,
Everybody!
you know, from
Burn that
people are
body.
nosy. And you see people peering out from windows and doorways, and Grandma is also standing in her doorway now with like kind of 3 other people and behind her.
I'm going to go get some firewood before this progresses.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll start taking the corpse out the gates.
I'm gonna try and fix this well. It'll probably take me a little bit, but oh, you guys can't start the fire, can you?
I mean, I can try. I just suck at it.
By the time I'm doing,
I don't have any.
This, you should have that on fire. Okay.
It takes a while to build a pyre, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's a small creature. Honestly, a campfire is more than enough for it, right?
But
Your Discord lagging out.
you did a little flash.
You went.
Yeah.
You were like, whoa!
Yeah,
That was terrifying. You were hasted for a second.
Yeah, it was like a scene out of a horror movie where they just blah.
jump scare.
Yeah.
No, I heard bugging out. Okay, easy enough. You make your way out of town and you see in a pasture little while, some sheep that are significantly less cold than they were 5 minutes ago. And a few people will kind of follow you out and say, "That was Elwa."
That was
That was
Elwa.
Elwa.
I'm so sorry that this happens. There was a portal to the Feywild that was opened not too far from here, up these mountains, and it must have come through here. Thought it could trick you. And it did, and it's over now. There's no Prince of the Snowflake and Lord of Winter. You can all continue to live the lives that you were supposed to. If you want to do anything to it, then by all means. But the winter should abate now a little. I mean, it's still going to be cool, but not as harsh as it was.
The teenager Riley has made his way over and is like, okay, let me just do something. And he carves a penis onto Elwa's forehead.
Fair enough.
That tracks.
Swish is gonna give him a thumbs up.
All tracks.
And then, a somewhat older elf is like, Riley!
I'll just under my breath apologize to Fiacra. I know this is untraditional, but these people need this probably.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Riley gets banished to his watch, and a few people kind of help you get together some wood, and probably can get you some fire. Meanwhile, Cirlo, what are you doing?
I'm guessing they're restoring their offerings down the well.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see it from up top? Any particularly shiny?
No.
The well's frozen.
Well, it's not frozen because he burst out from the ice, but
Okay.
It's a pretty deep well. How deep are wells usually?
I'm Googling that right now because I'm curious.
100 to 500 feet deep. So deeper than dark vision.
Okay.
We're gonna go with 200.
Good thing I can hold my breath, but I think we might run into the same problem that Swish did, which is freezing cold water.
Yeah,
But I think she kind of needs this win.
I mean, prestidigitation can actually make water warm, but I think it's kind of 5 gallons or something.
It's
at a time.
And you can't make the 5 gallons around you warm. It would be
yeah, it's those 5 gallons and they stay where they are.
Well, it would be 5 discrete gallons.
It's like a drop in a bucket.
Yeah.
We need a magnet and a fishing pole. I mean, that's all you need.
Because she wants to get these people's monies back. Because there's not a whole lot of that going around. Or offerings they have. So can she try and lower herself?
Sure. There's a rope that you can lower yourself with. A lot of the water has been drained. But the lower you go, the colder it gets.
Okay, so we're gonna
You had some cute winter boots.
Mm-hmm. That's a trend on TikTok. I don't think Sailor swings in that direction, but the opposite of that actually. So lower it down, gets colder and colder until we're on the surface of the water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, if she gets into some shit, she can manage. Maybe. What's the ruling on haste? Like when it drops, can she still be holding her breath, or is that a
Yeah.
no?
I'd say you'd still be holding your breath.
Okay. See,
Only
yeah, well,
casting underwater actually makes you start to drown immediately.
Well, yeah, casting it underwater,
But keeping concentration is a-okay.
yeah.
so we're gonna cast haste. We're gonna, I guess, strip off some of the more cloth layers of the clothing, put them to the side, like in the bucket maybe if it's dry.
It's not.
And she's, well, I guess things are getting wet. It's okay. Presty's the thing. I can draw off the bucket. Presty the bucket. Put them in the bucket. Dab. Okay. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm gonna cast haste on myself. That was a rhetorical question, ma'am.
Do we see
Absolutely
any
nothing,
of this? Do we see any of these preparations happening? Or are
No.
we really dealing? All right.
Yeah. You are watching a teenager carve a penis into Elwa, King of Baladoon's forehead.
That's worthwhile. It's worthwhile. It's fine.
And we're going to dive right on in.
All right. So, first just roll a con save to get over the initial shock of the cold.
Oh boy. Here I go.
Drowning
shit.
immediately.
16.
Okay. So, you keep your wits about you. You make it to the bottom of the well where, yes, you see good amount of coin, mostly copper.
Good enough for me. She's gonna start collecting what she can.
Okay.
Thankfully, haste is, aiding
Yeah.
that too.
Like-
Both with swimming and collecting.
So you collect everything. Now to get up, particularly with your coins, that's going to be a strength save.
You have
How many
levitate,
coins
right?
are here?
I mean, you are lifting your body through water.
Like, save. That's a 5.
Fine, just a
You have
strength
levitate,
check.
right?
I do. This is my follow-up to this.
Yeah, you're not making it up with your arms alone.
Okay. And casting a spell. Yeah, so I'm saying, because I'm kind of underwater right now.
Oh, shit.
Any
That's right.
spell without verbal you can cast underwater without drowning.
And right now it would stun me. So it's not good either way.
Yeah,
Hey!
the point I wanted to tell you was to wait until we could just wrap a rope around
Nope.
you, because how
Nope.
do you climb back up?
Sela is impulsive.
Oh,
So at
no
that
shit.
point, you become
It's
stunned.
both of the siblings.
And everybody walks back and sees a bucket with Seerless clothes in it by the well, and no Seerla.
I turned to Swish.
She did not. She did.
I
not.
mean-
She did not.
I mean, she's
She did
smarter
not-
than that. Obviously, she's not.
Seerla, make another strength save. It should just be a check, but athletics.
There actually is a difference for me.
Okay, roll athletics.
Because I have the Jack of all trades giving me a nice, sizable, thick
1.
+1. Yeah, 20, baby!
Just as you see Seerla crest the water, Like a dolphin.
Oh,
And that water is still like 30 feet in the well or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yep.
I start lowering
Wait, hang
the
on.
little bucket with the rope that she didn't probably beforehand.
I'm just gonna cast levitate on.
Oh, that
on
also
her.
works. I pull it.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
make this easy.
don't my clothes.
And you're just being lifted up like a dog held by the collar. Wet.
She finally
All
gets
right.
to the top. It's like, you're getting my clothes.
I don't
Where
get. Cyrilla, why would you do that? Fiddick, can
She-
you please get her clothes?
Shivering and holds out the copper coins.
That's like 2 gold. We could have given the. Come here. Your clothes are in the bucket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You can just lift
fine.
the bucket.
Yeah, the bucket didn't touch the water. It's fine. I didn't have time before they casted levitate. I bring it back up.
Thank you.
Wrap her in like a blanket.
Are you all right?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
Because
I'm
you just
talking
dived into
fingers-
freezing cold water.
Water
Fingers
in
and
the
toes.
middle of
Uh-huh.
Cyrilla,
I'm
you
fine.
are extremely cold.
And she's fine.
Let's put you inside. Let's put you inside.
At
We'll
which
distribute
point,
the
I'm
coins.
fine,
inside.
guys.
Yeah, I
Really?
think Alder has the right idea here. We're definitely
Yes.
dragging her inside.
mhm.
Mhm.
At which point there is stew and warm bread and nettle tea. And I think that is where we will end tonight's session.
And what a session it was.
Fuck Frogamoth.
All right.
Just
Fuck,
in general.
fuck the
I was
Feywilds,
waiting.
honestly.
Yeah,
Fuck everything
I
from the
s-
Feywilds.
I started with this stance, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to the Feywild. Perhaps Fiddick will find something to enjoy in the Feywild." Nope.
Nope.
Fully reinforced. This
Everything's
thought
back
is
to the Feywild.
yeah.
Because we went to the shitty part of it. We're dealing with murders and banshee. Like, yeah, of course it's gonna suck.
I don't know.
The
we
giant was
traversed
cool,
a lot
though.
of it.
The
Yeah, you met
giant was
Oscar.
okay. He wanted to
Offshore.
crush us.
Well,
Alright.
then he had a crush.
I'm gonna end the stream.
All right.
We will
Good night.
see y'all
stream.
next week.